Good afternoon. I now call to order the 160th graduation of Palmer College of Chiropractic West in San Jose, California on the 17th day of March 2022. Dr. William DeMontier, Palmer West professor, will present today's invocation.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Almighty God, known by many names, heard in many voices, we invoke your presence with us on this special day. We are gathered here to celebrate the accomplishments of these students who are about to graduate as doctors of chiropractic. We thank you for the guidance and help that you have provided them through their friends, their families, faculty, and clinic mentors. We ask that these graduands take delight in their chosen work and enjoy well-deserved success in their lives. Instill them with confidence and commitment derived from clinical experience, a well-reasoned philosophy of healthcare, and clinical research. Assist them in achieving high-quality communication with each and every patient. May their patients always be treated with respect, care, and compassion. May each doctor-patient interaction give their patients confidence, optimism, and a new sense of control over their lives. Please watch over each person in this graduating class with your love as they go forth to serve communities around the world. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Dr. DeMontier, and good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
My name is Greg Snow. As Senior Campus Administrator and Dean of Academic Affairs, I have the honor and privilege of welcoming everyone to our winter 2022 commencement ceremony. And I can't think of a better way to celebrate St. Patty's Day than doing it here with this group of people. As a proud 1990 West alum, our commencement ceremonies always bring fond memories to me. This is a joyful day for all of us, and thank you for being here today to celebrate and recognize the achievements of our graduating students. The world has changed considerably since these students arrived on the West Campus in January of 2019, and Palmer College has had to change accordingly. These students experienced challenges of an unprecedented magnitude with their education, which included online learning of their patient evaluation and adjusting skills for 5 months and online lectures for over a year. They overcame these challenges with their perseverance, determination, and resiliency, and graduate today with the same skill set as our past graduates and exemplify the ideals and quality standards expected of all Palmer doctors of chiropractic. On behalf of the Palmer West administration, faculty, and staff, I commend each member of today's graduating class for the dedication and fortitude that you've demonstrated every step of the way. Characteristics which I'm sure will similarly define the quality of care provided to your patients. I imagine that our graduates are experiencing a variety of emotions, including well-deserved pride and a sense of accomplishment for all the hard work that it took to get to where they are today, and perhaps some nervousness and anxiety about what lies ahead. I recall having those same emotions, and I want to assure you, the future of the profession has never looked brighter. These graduates will enter a profession that is significantly different than the one I stepped into over 30 years ago, which, for the sake of perspective, was just before the internet became a public domain. At that point in time, there was little research into the effectiveness and safety of chiropractic. Today, there is so much research validating chiropractic efficacy that it's hard to keep up with it. As a result of all the positive studies out there, in 2017, the American College of Physicians, the primary evidence-based treatment guideline group for the medical profession, included spinal manipulation in their guidelines for the treatment of back pain. Research related to spinal manipulation and chiropractic is making its way into medical journals, including the Journal of the American Medical Association. Again, something that I never thought would happen when I graduated. And chiropractic's not just about treating spine pain, and now there's research showing that as well. This past month, the journal Pain Medicine published an article looking at the impact of chiropractic care combined with usual medical care versus usual medical care alone. And it was done on active military duty. In addition to evaluating the impact of the change in the patient's pain, which was significant, it also evaluated differences in over 24 measures related to their well-being, with statistically significant improvement in all but 2 measures. The authors of this federally funded, large-scale, well-designed study were from Palmer, Parker Chiropractic College, UCLA, the University of Iowa, Duke, the Samueli Institute, and the Rand Corporation. Just think about that for a second. When I graduated, not only was there little research, the suggestion of a large-scale, federally funded study involving chiropractic researchers collaborating with some of the biggest research entities in healthcare to analyze the impact of chiropractic care delivered in the Department of Defense was pure fantasy. No longer, and rightfully so. Speaking of fantasy, not that long ago, the idea of having chiropractors doing postdoctoral research fellows affiliated with prestigious universities and medical schools would have also qualified as fantasy. Yet, here we are with 3 of these opportunities nationally, and I'm proud to note that 2 of them are filled with West Campus alums, Dr. Vivian Lee at Yale and Dr. Ren Burton at Harvard. The research supporting chiropractic's approach to healthcare has broken down barriers and created opportunities for our new graduates. It's also allowing more patients to get the chiropractic care that they need and deserve. Perhaps the biggest example of this expansion of care into the mainstream healthcare setting is the Veterans Affairs. When I graduated, there were no chiropractors working for the Department of Defense or in Veterans Affairs. There are now more than 225 chiropractors in the VA alone, and that number continues to grow. There are 10 federally funded VA residencies for the chiropractic service, 3 of which, I'm proud to note, are currently filled by Palmer West graduates. Palmer West is also the academic affiliate for the residency here locally at the Palo Alto VA, which is the 3rd largest VA system in the United States. They started with one part-time chiropractor in 2015, Dr. Rob Walsh, a 1995 West alumnus. Dr. Walsh is now the Chief of Chiropractic Services and has a team of 8 other full-time chiropractors working with him at the Palo Alto VA, several of whom are Palmer graduates, 3 of which, including Dr. Walsh, also serve part-time on our faculty. Another very influential leader in the VA healthcare system is Dr. Anthony Lisey, a 1996 West graduate who has served as the VA's program director nationally for the past 18 years and has largely engineered and overseen the expansion of chiropractic services in the VA. Our professional advances are not limited to research in the VA. Rapid growth of chiropractic services in workplace health centers has occurred over the past decade. Many major companies, Apple, Facebook, Google, and Cisco, just to name a few, maintain health clinics on site for their employees. These clinics are managed by third-party administrators such as Crossover Health, one of the largest worksite healthcare clinics in the US. Crossover operates clinics nationally, and they have a policy that they will not establish a clinic unless chiropractic services are available. Since his appointment in 2011 as one of the first 2 chiropractors at Facebook, 2008 alumnus Dr. Dan Lord has risen through the ranks of Crossover and now holds a corporate level position with responsibilities for establishing interdisciplinary clinics nationally for Crossover. Dr. Lord recently noted that nearly 36 Palmer West grads are working at Crossover managed clinics. I could go on talking about the impact of chiropractors in sports, chiropractic, professional advancement, and academia. But in the interest of time, I'll stop here. Hopefully I've made this point. Today's doctors of chiropractic have career paths into private practices, at interdisciplinary clinics, in hospital settings, in academia and research, and for professional college and Olympic sports teams. In these roles, chiropractors provide safe, effective, cost-effective, drug-free management of musculoskeletal pain and more to tens of millions of people every year. And I don't know that there's anything we need more than an option other than opioids and drugs to successfully manage patients' pain. These are just a few examples that demonstrate Palmer College doesn't just graduate great doctors. We graduate leaders and visionaries who play instrumental roles in advancing the field of chiropractic's recognition and reputation as the primary care professionals for spinal health and well-being. To the members of the 160th graduating class, as you transition today from student to doctor and become the members of the largest alumni network in the profession, I encourage you to embrace the opportunities in front of you with the same sense of passion and optimism that has fueled your journey to today's stage. Remain resolute and vigilant in the pursuit of your goals and dreams, inspired by the dedication and determination of those who preceded you, and in the process paved the path of new opportunities. You are the future of the profession. I am confident that each of you will make a difference, will change lives, and will make the world a better place in many ways. So, before we proceed with the balance of today's ceremony, will the audience please join me in recognizing and celebrating the 160th class of Palmer's West Campus. We're here to celebrate the achievements of today's graduates. However, before we proceed, I want to recognize another group of achievers who are equally deserving of praise and recognition for their collective role in enabling these soon-to-be doctors to reach the graduation stage, and that would be our outstanding faculty. The faculty, you can clap if you want. The faculty at Palmer West are praiseworthy for many reasons. They have a very high responsibility to provide the highest learning experience possible to future doctors of chiropractic. Day in and day out, our faculty fulfills their mission well with distinction and dedication. And never with greater distinction and dedication than over the past 2 years when they demonstrated why Palmer College has been and remains the trusted leader in chiropractic education. Would the faculty please rise for well-deserved recognition? And speaking of dedicated support, the spouses, parents, children, and friends of our graduating class are equally praiseworthy for helping them complete their educational journey. Their love and encouragement provided inspirational energy that helped members of the graduating class reach their goal, and was especially important while completing the program during the pandemic that, for many, limited the amount of face-to-face contact with their family and friends. Given the unique path that today's class members have traveled from orientation to graduation, the love and support of family, friends, and partners along the way was never more important, impactful, and appreciated. Would the spouses, parents, children, and partners of our graduates please rise for well-deserved recognition? Chiropractic is the third largest healthcare profession with over 100,000 doctors practicing in more than 90 countries around the world, of which approximately 1/3 are Palmer graduates. In addition to the patients they serve every day in their offices, many also maintain leadership positions within the profession and contribute mightily to the advancement of chiropractic. They are the reasons why the Palmer name has been synonymous with the highest standards of patient care for 125 years. Will the Palmer alumni here today please rise for recognition? Finally, we would like to acknowledge individuals here today who have served our country. Would all veterans and active military duty in the audience, whether a student, graduate, family member, or friend, please stand for recognition. Thank you for your service. Dr. Brian Nook, Palmer West Associate Dean of Academic Affairs, will now recognize the valedictorian and salutatorian of today's graduating class and fellow class members who are graduating today with academic honors. Dr. Nook.
Thank you, Dr. Snow. B.J. Palmer recognized the doctors of chiropractic must use their hands, hearts, and heads to master the science, the art, and the philosophy of chiropractic to the best for their patients. We now present a series of awards in recognition of these three words representing the chiropractic profession. The head is recognized through a series of awards acknowledging the academic achievements of the students who have excelled throughout the course of their educational experience. The heart is recognized by the Dr. Virgil Strang Philosophy Award for students' passion and philosophy for chiropractic. And the hands are recognized by the Clinical Excellence Award, which honors a student's outstanding patient care delivery. First, I have the honor of beginning this portion of the program by recognizing the class members who have achieved our highest academic awards and graduate today as the Valedictorian and Salutatorian. Would you please join me in honoring the Valedictorian of Palmer West 160th graduating class, Katie Wills. Now let's offer the similar congratulations to our salutatorian of today's graduating class, Daniel Axelrod. These fine two students have distinguished themselves during the course of the Palmer West experience by demonstrating exemplary scholastic and clinical proficiency in which our administration and faculty take great pride. Congratulations again, Katie and Daniel, for a job well done. College would now like to recognize the collective members of today's class who distinguished themselves during their education experience at Palmer West campus and are graduating with academic honors. Members of the class who have achieved academic honors receive gold cords to wear with their graduation gowns. They're also presented with special purple cords, which signifies their introduction to the Pi Tau Delta International Chiropractic Honor Society, the oldest and most distinguished honor society in the chiropractic education. To receive this special recognition, students must have earned a cumulative GPA of at least 3.5 upon graduating. Considering the long, rigorous, and challenging dynamic of the Palmer West curriculum, students who are able to complete the program while maintaining a high GPA must be commended for their achievement. We proceed with today's ceremony by recognizing the winter 2022 class members graduating today with academic and Pi Tau Delta honors. Graduating summa cum laude and Pi Tau Delta honors today are Katie Wills, Daniel Axelrod, graduating with magna cum laude and Pi Tau Delta honors are Jad Abdul Dahir, Laura Barnum, Frederick Ching, Tanner DeBold, Kat Higerkin, Steve Hernandez, graduating cum laude and Pi Tau Delta honors are Reed Barnard, Cena Griffith, Javon Wall, Kayla Pruitt, Woon Min Young, Carol Yashawara, congratulations, graduates, for a job well done. Pretty amazing when you have almost half the class standing up for academic honors. I think that deserves another applause. Our next honor awards is in memory of Dr. Virgil Strang, longtime professor at Palmer's main campus in Davenport, Iowa, which was founded in 1897 and regarded as the fountainhead of the chiropractic education. Dr. Strang has a unique and honored place in Palmer College history. His career spanned nearly 50 years, during which he distinguished himself as a chiropractic philosopher, anatomist, teacher, humanitarian, and practitioner, culminating with his appointment to the college's 7th president. He was equally respected by his students and colleagues for the passionate manner in which he exemplified the philosophy, commitment, and logic, reasoning of the practice of chiropractic. The award that we present to a member of each graduating class celebrates Dr. Strang's pride for Palmer College and his passion for the chiropractic profession. Among other qualifications, the award selection process includes interviews with each candidate, who are also required to submit an essay related to chiropractic philosophy. It is my honor to present the Virgil V. Strang Philosophy Award for the winter 2022 graduating class to Would Me Ya.
I'm back. The Presidential Scholar Award is presented when a member of the graduating class displays the highest level of academic achievement by making the Dean's List, which requires a GPA of 3.5 or above in each of the 13 quarters that comprise the Palmer West curriculum. Due to the high standards of the eligibility criteria, the Presidential Scholar Award is an honor that we don't present at every graduation. However, I take great pride today in recognizing the 5 members of the Winter 22 class who have accomplished this impressive feat. As I call your name, will you please come join me at the podium to receive your award? Katie Wills. Daniel Axelrod. Laura Barnum.
Not just a pretty face.
Frederick Chang. Just noticed my script says 5 and my plaque says 6. Keep a mystery at the end here till I read it. Kat Higerkin. My bad, that's it, the clinical excellence award. Go ahead. All right, now, there you go. Photo.
Picture time.
Congratulations.
Look at that team.
Congratulations again to each of today's Presidential Scholar honorees on a job well done. Quite impressive. Our next award recognizes outstanding clinical achievements. Dr. Tammy Clark, Palmer West Dean of Clinics, will acknowledge members of today's graduating class who participated in the college's DoD VA Student Rotation Program, followed by the presentation of the Clinical Excellence Award. Dr. Clark.
In addition to our campus-based clinics, Palmer College provides opportunities for our interns to further expand their patient care skills through participation in off-campus preceptorships and other special programs. Palmer's Department of Defense Veterans Affairs Student Rotation Program provides the unique opportunity for senior-level interns to serve our nation's active duty military and retired veterans while gaining valuable clinical experience in a multidisciplinary environment. Chiropractic services were introduced to the VA health system as a pilot program in 1999. As the demand for care increased, so did the number of VA locations offering chiropractic care, driven largely by the veterans seeking non-pharmacological alternatives to relief from chronic pain. Thanks to Palmer's partnership with VA and DoD health centers throughout the country, our students have the opportunity to assist multidisciplinary teams with providing care in our country's largest healthcare system, which for several has led to postgraduate residencies and full-time appointments. I would like to recognize the member of today's graduating class for their distinguished participation in Palmer's DoD VA Student Rotation Program, and that would be Yvonne Yen Hua. Congratulations and thank you, Yvonne, and for serving our military community so well. And it's personally meaningful to me since I have a son who serves in the United States Navy. And next, we will present our Clinical Excellence Award. Upon completion of the first 2 years of their Palmer West experience, our students make the big step to become interns in the Palmer Chiropractic Clinics, where they apply what they learned in the classroom and lab portion of the program to the delivery of quality patient care. As a member of the Palmer West faculty for more than 2 decades, I've enjoyed teaching a variety of classes, which has given me the unique opportunity to observe the progression from student to intern. Having a first-hand perspective of this transition and the skill development that occurs in the process is one of the most satisfying parts of my job. I'm filled with a great sense of pride knowing the profession is in great hands with this next generation of Palmer graduates. It is my honor to now present the Clinical Excellence Award, which recognizes the member of today's graduating class who best exemplifies the skills and qualities expected of a Palmer chiropractor during their year-long experience as a student doctor in the Palmer Clinics. Before I announce today's award honoree, I'd like to take a moment to briefly describe the selection process. Nominations are accepted from our clinical team of full-time and part-time faculty. These are candidates whom our clinicians feel have demonstrated excellence with patient evaluation and diagnosis, chiropractic techniques and procedures, diagnostic imaging, case management, professionalism, and service to our clinic community. Our clinic team then deliberates and discusses each nominee to determine the award recipient, which is not an easy task as often there are multiple candidates deserving of this recognition. Before we present today's Clinical Excellence Award, I'd like to recognize all the nominees, who include Daniel Axelrod, Frederick Chang, Cena Griffith, Adrian Nuno, Andres Portillo, and Katie Wells. And the Clinical Excellence Award recipient for Palmer West's Winter 2022 graduating class is Katie Wills. Congratulations, Katie, and to each of our Clinical Excellence nominees for a job well done. And now now Zach Scott, President of the Palmer West Associated Student Government, will present a special award on behalf of the ASG.
Good afternoon. 1 minute. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm happy that you all could be here today to celebrate this great achievement accomplished by the graduating class. It definitely feels great to have an auditorium full of faces that you can actually see. And I'm sure that my other fellow mustache owners are pretty thrilled about the publicity that's going on right now. Dr. Dubrow, you're looking good. Many of the incredible speakers today at this special ceremony are individuals who are able to offer stories and advice pertaining to life as a chiropractor after graduation. This is because they have experienced great success in their careers thus far. I, on the other hand, am a jobless student that DoorDashes Taco Bell about twice a week while simultaneously providing dietary advice to my patients. So if I did have advice for you, I wouldn't blame you for being hesitant to take it. While I may have advice to offer, while I may not have advice to offer, I do have gratitude. Being at the tail end of my postgraduate career, I've been thankful to have had many amazing mentors. I know that my peers have too. I like to think of mentors as individuals that we have observed over time, obtained great respect for, and now use them as templates for the future person that you want to become. As we progress through this challenging program, we think of professors and clinicians as templates of our future selves. But what we don't realize is that students earlier on in the program are looking at us upper quadrant students the same exact way that we look at those professors and clinicians. I know this because this feeling is how I feel towards this graduating class. Since my first day on Palmer's campus, I've had a phenomenal group of individuals to serve as role models and templates only 2 quarters ahead of me, who are becoming doctors today. From tutoring in different subjects that were difficult to understand, to teaching how to properly walk backwards while giving a tour of the college. This class has been consistently helpful, knowledgeable, personable, and hardworking. I'm confident that every one of you will be incredibly successful practitioners, and I'm looking forward to watching that success unfold throughout years to come. Both myself and the student body are very thankful to have had such an incredible group of individuals to look up to throughout our time here. We're sad to watch you go, yet excited to witness the impact that you all will have on the lives of others. Congratulations on your achievement. Next, rather than going over financially strategic Taco Bell orders for you all, which if you'd like to talk after this, I definitely am pretty well versed on that, I will be presenting the Fellowship Award to the graduating class. The Fellowship Award is a very unique honor because unlike other awards, this award is voted upon by the graduating class to be given to a specific individual within their cohort. It is an award given to an individual whose commitment to relationship building and bettering the overall experience within their class and campus community throughout the last 3.5 years was too great to go unnoticed. Throughout her time here, this individual was by no means shy with her involvement on campus. While simultaneously excelling in her graduate level course load, she took on many additional challenges in which she succeeded greatly that benefited both her class and the student body. Her involvement includes the following. She served as president of the Palmer Center for Business Development, president of the Palmer Student Alumni Foundation, a class representative, and more. This incredibly hardworking woman was so committed to her involvement that it took her until about 5 days ago to finally hand in her resignation from her role within the business development team. Karen Dunn says thank you, by the way. She is consistently kind, approachable, and somehow always manages to find time to do what needs to be done. I'm happy to present the Fellowship Award for the class of Winter 22 to Laura Barnum. Next, speaking of hardworking people, I'd like to welcome up Blake Ackerman to represent the Palmer West Sports Council. I'll talk a little less about Taco Bell. Hello, everyone. My name is Blake Ackerman. I am currently the Vice President of Palmer West Sports Council. So for those of you who don't know
Sports Council is a student-run organization that attends athletic events in the Bay Area, supplying chiropractic treatment to the members of our community and giving our student body some pretty wonderful experiences outside of the classroom. It is my honor today to recognize a few students who have served on the Palmer West Sports Council Executive Board. It is through their selfless dedication, hard work, and passion that Sports Council has remained an invaluable opportunity for Palmer West students. Our current team especially wants to thank you all for keeping the club alive during COVID. The past few months, we have finally been able to return to in-person events, conferences, and workshops. We could not have done this without you all and all the hard work you've devoted to this club. I'll start by introducing the first member who spent 2 terms on the executive team. During her first year, she served on the Education Committee, and in her second year, she served as the Vice President of Student Affairs. She was always such a friendly and supportive member of the team who had a phenomenal work ethic. During her time on Sports Council, she helped by organizing and thinking of creative ideas to maintain student engagement during the pandemic. She personally helped me with the transition into my current role, and I can honestly say that I could not have done it without her. She always took the time out of her day to help others, and someone the team is incredibly grateful for. We are so sad to see her go, but we know that she is going to be an amazing chiropractor. Awarding her for her service and dedication to Palmer West Sports Council, Cena Griffith.
Over here.
This next individual spent her term with the Sports Council on the Social Committee. She is described as a rock star by several of her fellow exec members. She was never afraid to go out of her comfort zone and consistently showed commitment, drive, and she was always the person you could rely on to get the job done. She ran the Sports Council social media pages and was a master at making flyers due to her creative and precise nature. Her efforts allowed Sports Council to achieve its maximum potential while keeping students excited and engaged. We wish you the best of luck in your future as a chiropractor/rock star. Awarding her for her service and dedication to Palmer West Sports Council, Kayla Pruitt. This next individual took on the role of Education Committee at the height of the pandemic. She was always cheerful and supportive of others and brought so many ideas for Sports Council as well as other students around campus. She brought numerous experiences from around the world and was always eager and looking forward to the next. She consistently strived to provide new opportunities for students that may not have been available otherwise. You could always count on this person to show up with a smile on her face and was truly a positive light for the team. We will miss you and we wish you the best of luck. Awarding her for her service and dedication to Palmer West Sports Council, Kat Higerkin. Next up, we have Palmer West Campus Guides President Yves DeBacco, who will now acknowledge members of today's graduating class for their service as Campus Guides.
Good afternoon, everybody. Campus Guides are the first people prospective students and new students meet at the Palmer West campus. We are a tight-knit group of individuals from various quarters that have diverse interests and personalities. Everyone has a unique perspective and skill set to share with incoming students, and these 2 individuals being honored tonight possess an abundance of passion for the chiropractic field, and it was a privilege to have them as Campus Guides. The first guide being honored is Cena Griffith. As a guide, Cena offered thoughtful and intuitive advice to incoming students and to our team. At meetings, she continually provided creative ideas, such as the development of committees that provided continued education and opportunities for campus guides to connect with each other on a deeper, more meaningful level. Cena served as the Campus Guide Vice President and oversaw hiring new guides. Cena kept interview night running smoothly, kept all the other guides happy with food, and made sure that new guides felt welcomed. It's been an honor to work with Cena and see new relationships grow under her leadership. Personally, I benefited from having Cena in my clinic group and got to see her positive energy radiate into the room when she's working with patients. Cena, thank you for your leadership and the wine nights and inspiring attitude. I'm so excited to see you flourish as a chiropractor. The next guide being honored is Kat Higerkin. Kat is someone who works with great attention to detail, patience, and a calm energy. She continually volunteered for committees where she could interact and develop connections with other campus guides. After meetings, Kat would always stay after and talk with other students to form deeper connections with each guide. Kat always provided a calm but realistic perspective to new students and wasn't afraid to tell the truth about Palmer. Yes, Dr. Doe classes are hard, she would say, but it gives you more reason to celebrate even harder at Blast and Brew after. I think we can all respect her honesty as well as appreciate her calm spirit. Kat, thank you for everything you brought to Campus Guides, and I'm excited to see you thrive as a clinician.
Congratulations to all our students for these awards, and thank you again for all your service to our Palmer College. Would you please join me in welcoming our valedictorian for this graduating class, Katie Wilson.
Hi and welcome. I would like to express a warm welcome to my fellow graduates, our teachers, clinicians, staff, and to the amazing friends, family, and loved ones here in attendance today. A special hello to all of our loved ones who could not be here, who are watching the replay later back home. As mentioned, my name is Katie Wills, and I'm honored that I have the opportunity to address you all here today at graduation. Preparing for this speech resembled a lot of what I did before my Palmer tests and exams. Set some goals, panic about those goals to the point of procrastination, fret a little about how to start, and then call a friend to give me a pep talk that I needed so that I could believe that I could do this. Then I started where I normally do, with research. I collected a notebook of findings that was color-coded and tabbed so I could keep my thoughts organized, which acted as one last excuse to add to my ever-growing pen, highlighter, and sticky note collection. As I am but one person with a limited amount of experience, I turned to some of my most loved writers and thinkers to see if any themes emerged. Rereading Glennon Doyle, Angela Duckworth, Michelle Obama, Mel Robbins, Brene Brown, amongst others. Thankfully, I was given some time to prepare for this speech. Allowed me to not only reflect upon the main themes of these works, but the people that influenced these reading choices and the discussions that they spurred. This gave me the aha moment I was looking for and allowed me to realize a key to the success of my, and I'm willing to bet, my fellow classmates on our chiropractic journey. That it is important to find your people, as you are unable to go it alone if you want to achieve great things. As Malcolm Gladwell wrote, success is not a random act. It arises out of a predictable and powerful set of circumstances and opportunities. No one, not rock stars, not professional athletes, not software billionaires, not even geniuses, ever make it alone. Having the privilege to address everyone today is not due solely to my efforts. It is due to the myriad of people who have supported me leading up to, during, and certainly those that I have in my life that will be there to support me post-graduation. It is especially due to my classmates and teachers sitting here before you today. Every time I received an encouraging word, a listening ear, a pep talk, or help throughout the program, I wrote it down and I reread it often. I consider myself fortunate to have people both knowingly and unknowingly support me to get me to this stage today. To my classmates, I'm not sure if you know this, but I've had an interaction with each and every one of you that has helped to shape my chiropractic career and ready me for life after graduation. And for that, I thank you. As Steve Jobs said in his 2005 commencement speech at Stanford, the only way to do great work is to love what you do. I believe that we have chosen a profession that allows us to love what we do for a living. But I would be lying if I said that knowledge that we're going to be stepping into practices as business owners, associates, and independent contractors doesn't momentarily terrify me or cause me to have moments of self-doubt. However, I wholeheartedly believe that all of us here today have what it takes to fulfill our dreams. I am so proud of us. If you believe that only your highlight reel moments count, you will set yourself up for failure most of the time. Take joy in the little moments, the unglamorous but necessary times, and the successes that no one sees. I want to remind you, and myself, that feeling nervous or uncertain is normal, as endings as well as beginnings are inherently stressful, and we are going through both almost simultaneously. Achieving a goal means that we have to find a new one, which can be a scary prospect. Focus on what you have achieved if you find yourself in a moment of doubt, and remember that you have a corner full of people ready to help you reframe what you're feeling and excite you about what is to come. If you doubt what I mean, look around to your fellow classmates. We got to graduation today because of the love, support, long nights, and shared fears and dreams between us. Now look ahead to your faculty and staff who gathered here to send us off and mark our transition from their students to their colleagues. Their guidance and desire to shape the next generation of chiropractors brought us here today and made us the doctors we have become and will be. To all of you, thank you. Chris Hadfield, a Canadian astronaut and author, said, "Saying thank you every once in a while just isn't enough when you're demanding that other people make real sacrifices so you can pursue your goals. It's easy for us to have been wrapped up in the daily, rigorous, and at times, seemingly never-ending demands of a graduate program, especially when you throw in a global pandemic and the seemingly unended, unprecedented times that we have and are living through. To the people in our lives who have supported, guided, and nurtured us through this program, while sacrificing time, money, and their own problems in order to unburden us, and who have done so expecting nothing in return, I'd like to thank you today. Everyone here is part of someone's community. You are someone's person. I know that I could not have achieved success today without my people, and I hope that you know how much I am grateful to you. To my fellow graduates and school friends, thank you for being a part of my life, for challenging me, teaching me, and inspiring me. Know that if you ever need a pep talk, a listening ear, or someone to stare you in the eyes and make you say nice things about yourself, I am happy to be the one that you call. Please never stop trying to find your people or be afraid to call upon them. Remember to love what you do. Your community will grow and support you, just as they have done these last 13 quarters. Congratulations to the class of 2022. We did it.
Thank you, Katie, for those inspirational and heartfelt words. It is my honor to introduce today's commencement speaker, Dr. Douglas Gillard. Dr. Gillard graduated cum laude from Life Chiropractic University in 1986. Prior to that, he earned his Bachelor's of Science degree in molecular biology from Ferris State University. As an FSU student, Dr. Gillard competed in the hammer throw as a member of the track and field team. He earned All-American honors 6 times and in 2006 was inducted into the Ferris State Sports Hall of Fame. Dr. Gillard moved to California after he graduated from Life University and worked as an associate doctor in Gilroy while concurrently training for the Olympics. He was a member of several Olympic festival teams and was named an alternate to the U.S. Olympic team for the 1988 Summer Games in Seoul, South Korea. Upon conclusion of his competitive career in athletics, Dr. Gillard established a sports-focused practice in San Jose, which he maintained for 25 years. Concurrent with his practice, Dr. Gillard maintained positions as a spine research coordinator at the Stedman Philip Hahn Research Institute in Vail, Colorado, and the director of spine research at the Stedman Clinic. Dr. Gillard was appointed to the Palmer West faculty in 2014 and currently holds the rank of professor. He has impacted the students' learning experience at Palmer West in a variety of roles, including coordinator of radiology, coordinator of basic sciences, and faculty senate president. In addition to his Palmer West faculty position, Dr. Gillard is a published author in peer-reviewed journals, including Spine, and also maintains a web-based practice where he consults patients with extremely complex conditions. The fact that Dr. Gillard's YouTube channel has almost 45,000 subscribers speaks to the respect for his clinical acumen. Whether sports, practice, teaching, guitar, or research, Dr. Gillard has always inspired to the highest standards of excellence. And his selection as our commencement speaker today speaks to his impact on the Palmer West educational experience and how his example inspires students to similarly achieve their career goals. Would you please join me in welcoming our commencement speaker, Dr. Douglas Gillard.
Thank you, Dr. Snow, and thank you, winter class of 2022. This is my first time I've ever given one of these graduate speeches, so I thought maybe they'd had enough of probably 5,000 slides that I've presented to them over, but I guess they haven't had enough. So my biggest challenge in writing the speech, of course, was not making it 5,000 pages long. So I tried to keep it to a reasonable level, but before I get going to again, wanted to thank the friends and family of the graduates for coming here today. This is a really important day for these guys. They'll remember this for the rest of their lives. So thank you very much for coming. A tremendous accomplishment. I think it's important to acknowledge what an incredible accomplishment it is to achieve this Doctor of Chiropractic degree. Make no mistake about it, it's an extremely rigorous program, both clinically and academically, and not everybody makes it through. But even though I say these words, and Dr. Snow had said this, it's impossible to really understand what they've went through unless you've been through the grueling test after test after test, no sleep, for 3 years of this stuff. And then preparing for boards. I don't know if you guys know what boards are, but it's like, and some of you do, it's like a test over everything you've learned. For example, some of them have been through 9 parts of the board, some Canadian students. American students, 4, probably most of you 5 parts. And for example, part 1 is a test over the first 4 or 5 quarters. It's like a giant test. And they don't have any time to study. They have to study while they're studying for classes. So it's just really an amazing feat. And then, on top of that, throw in COVID-19. And I think I was the last, you guys were my last class. And then the pandemic hit and it was shut down right after CVPP. Yeah, so just, give them, I know we're probably tired of giving applause, but just really tremendous. All right, so now here comes the motivational part of my speech. So you finally have captured, or will in a few minutes, have captured that hard-earned Doctorate of Chiropractic degree. Life is going to be easy from here on out, right? All you have to do is sit back, grab an associate physician job, treat a few patients here and there, watch some TikTok, maybe do a couple exams, watch some YouTube videos. Money's going to come pouring right in. Life's going to be great. And I think we know that's not the way it works. You see, the degree of yours in its current form is nothing more than a foundation. Like the foundation of a new home, only without the home on top of it. It's just a blank concrete slab. And as U2 Bono said, everybody knows who Bono is, I think, in a big graduate speech, he said, your degree is only a blunt instrument. Now go build something bold with it. And that's exactly what you must do if you want just the basic things in life, like a new house, a new car. If you want to be able to support your family, okay, this thing. Yeah, go on vacations, have toys, and importantly, have the time to enjoy these things. But you're not going to get these things by working indefinitely as an associate doctor. The income potential just isn't there. Not to mention what it does to your spirit and the fact that you will not be able to release that ultimate potential that you have inside of you. It's not challenging enough for you. So you're going to have to build something magnificent with that degree of yours, which will then allow you to have enough money to go for these at least basic things. And when does this process start? The building process starts right now, not 2 years from now, 4 years from now, or 5 years from now. It really starts right now. And I hear some of you, oh, I'm so tired, I can't do it. I just want to sit back and work for somebody and relax. But let me tell you, you got to go for it now. Right now, you guys are the youngest you'll ever be. You're in the primes of your lives. You're healthy, strong, smart, tough, super resilient. You guys are warriors, just coming off a great victory. You've conquered the Doctorate of Chiropractic program at this school. That is a great victory. And your inner self, your inner warrior, is hungry for more. It wants to keep going. So now is the time to start striving for that ultimate goal. Well, what's the ultimate goal? What is it? It's your dream life, of course. What's a dream life? It's a point in time about 15 years into the future where you can have everything that your heart possibly could desire. Just think really, really big. If you guys haven't made this goal yet, and I mean have written it down on paper, and it should be hanging on your mirror somewhere that you see it every single day, that's the very first thing you should do after you get out of here. You've got to have something to shoot for. To succeed in life, you must learn the art of making goals and then conquering those goals. Those of you who are going to be successful are going to be great goal makers and great goal conquerors. There's a lot of quotes that, and you know my fun facts section, we've got to have a few quotes about goals. Here's a couple of them. Setting goals is the first step to turning the invisible into the visible. And that's by Tony Robbins. And here's a and for you sports people, here's a sports analogy. The trouble with not having a goal is you can spend your entire life running up and down the field, yet never score. Bill Copeland. If you don't know where you're going, you'll probably end up nowhere. It's Peter Lawrence. And this one's by an unknown author I kind of like. If you don't start setting goals yourself, you'll soon be working for someone who does. So setting goals and then conquering these goals is super important. Example. So now we're going to go down Dr. Gillett rabbit hole here. You've got to have a rabbit hole, right? Here's my original dream life goal. So I wanted, which I made about a week after graduation, and I wanted a huge practice, multiple locations. I wanted a huge house in Los Gatos, California with a big swimming pool. I wanted to find my soulmate and raise lots of kids in this big house. And then I wanted to have enough money to be able to keep all this going and not have to struggle. I wanted to have 3 vacations per year. And I hear somebody, oh my God, that's a crazy goal. It's too big. But it's actually, there's research on setting this 15-year goal. It's got to be big. You've got to really, really strive for it. And as one of my favorite motivational speakers, Les Brown, once said, shoot for the moon when making that goal. That way, if you miss, you'll land among the stars. And that's exactly what happened to me. I obviously shot for the moon. I didn't make that goal, but I did land among the stars. For although I didn't achieve a multiple clinic practice, I did have one practice, 4,000 square foot clinic, 3 associate doctors working for me, 15 employees working for me. It was a big practice. I didn't get my huge house on the hill in Los Gatos, but I got a pretty big house on the hill in Morgan Hill. And I had a medium-sized swimming pool. So I was in the stars. I did find my soulmate, and we raised 5 children in this house. I think we gave them a really good life, and I was really proud of those accomplishments. So, designing this pathway starts right now, and it'll take you to your dream goal. And I don't mean you don't go out and build a 4,000 square clinic today, but you need to start planning things out and setting up little stepping stone goals and start in that direction. And then the hardest part is to take action once you've set this up. It's hard. Katie talked about procrastination. That's a big problem with probably all humans. But you gotta press forward and start taking action down that path. Maybe the first step, which is the first thing I did, I associated at first, but I had a plan. I was saving up money like crazy, and I rented a room, a practice within a practice. And there's plenty of those little rooms available where you can get your little practice started. And that's exactly how I did it. And what happens if the warrior in you, or what happens if you decide to go down a safe, comfortable, dream-killing associate path for 5 years or 10 years? What happens to your warrior? Well, your warrior's resolve and toughness and skill will be crippled from non-use. And your warrior's weapons and armor will become rusty and unusable. And before you know it, you won't be in fighting shape anymore. And therefore, you won't be in a great place to start going down that tough pathway towards your dream life goal when the time finally comes. So don't play it safe. Set things up and start moving toward that goal while you're young and strong. And work in an environment that challenges you. Those associate positions, they may seem exciting when you first get out, but there's just so much more than just working as an associate doctor. Go for an environment that really challenges you. As the great Nelson Mandela said, there's no passion to be found in playing small and settling for a life that is less than the one you're capable of living. So go for it now, go big while you still can. And I can hear some of you now, this next title, the little subtitle here is called Super Warriors. I hear some of you now, I'm scared. I don't think I have what it takes to do that. I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. But let me tell you right now, every single one of you on this stage, every single one of you has the potential to open your own practice and then build that practice up to a point where you can at least get the basic things, a new house, a nice life. You have the skill. How do I know that? Because you guys all had the intelligence, the self-discipline, and the drive to conquer this Doctor of Chiropractic program and all those national boards. You guys aren't just warriors, you're super warriors. I mean, it's just an amazing feat what you guys have done. So I know you can go out and do it. There's no doubt in my mind. But the $64,000 question is there doubt in your minds? Is there doubt in your minds? And self-doubt, that's one of the big 2 dream killers that you have to be able to overcome. And if you have a problem with that, you need to figure out a way around that self-doubt. Another one of your adversaries in this quest toward your dream life will be fear, specifically fear of failure. I mean, it's going to happen. I guarantee you, you're going to fail. Somewhere on your path, you're going to fail. I failed so many times, but it didn't stop me. I just kept going and going and going. And that fear is something, that failure is really something special. You can learn a valuable lesson that you can get no other where in life by failing. So don't just think about the failure. Think about the lesson it taught you and get back up and attack that goal again. And if you fail again, learn the new lesson and repeat. Just keep attacking the goal until you've figured out how to get through it. Let's see. talk about failure. Let's do a couple more fun facts. Do we know who Michael Jordan is? Right? Probably the greatest basketball player who's ever lived. Arguably, probably the top 3. Did you know he was cut from his high school basketball team? Right? Because they said he was uncoordinated and he'd never make it anywhere. That didn't stop him, obviously. He just kept going at it again and again, and greatest basketball player ever. Did you know Thomas Edison? You know Thomas Edison discovered the light bulb, right? He invented the light bulb. He did over 1,000 consecutive experiments written up in journals, and every single one of them failed. And he was the laughingstock of the scientific community until the 1,001st experiment, and the light went on, and the rest was history. He didn't give up. He didn't care what anybody thought. He believed in himself, and he was determined to get this light bulb to work, and he did. So, although time prevents me from speaking about specific techniques to deal with these dream crushers, self-doubt, and fear, I can tell you one of my secrets of how I dealt with them. And the secret is this: it's listen to motivational speakers. When I was preparing for the speech, because like Katie, I just finished the speech this morning, actually. But I was amazed at the motivational speakers on YouTube. I used to pay big money for this stuff, and here it is for free online. So, man, motivational speakers, and I'll tell you a story about that. When I was coming up, I was on the Olympic development team. I was a hammer thrower, as Dr. Snow said. And 3 times a year, they would fly us to different locations around the country, and we'd talk about our training, and they'd test us and see how we were doing. And we came to Los Gatos back in the early 80s, first time I'd ever been to California. And they had the Olympic sports psychologist was there, and he was talking about ways to overcome fear and self-doubt, which is inevitably going to happen in high-stakes competition. The Olympic trials was coming up, and I talk about pressure, oh my goodness. Pan American Games and such. And although I don't really remember a lot about his techniques, he gave us a box of cassettes. Do you guys know what cassettes are? Yeah, we used to have cassette players in the car, and you put the cassette in there. So he gave us a box of these cassettes by some Tony Robbins guy. And I didn't, I threw them in the closet, of course. My problem was not with motivation. I thought I was too motivated, probably. And then 2 meets before the Olympic trials, I had a really bad meet. I fouled out. So you get 3 throws. They have to be in a 40-degree sector, and I threw all mine out, so I didn't make the cut. That was devastating to me because the Olympic trials were coming up, so I thought, maybe I better pull these tapes out of the closet and see what they're all about. And I was absolutely hooked by these tapes. It was Tony Robbins, and I really resonated with him back then. And I listened to him every day. He became sort of a coach of mine. He not only helped me in my hammer throwing career, but those lessons applied over into my clinical career and building my own practice as well. So I strongly encourage you guys to go find a motivational speaker and listen to those tapes every single day. It may sound silly right now, but I guarantee you it really, really help you. Because you can't, as Katie said, you can't do this yourself. You need some kind of a support network when things start getting really tough. And for me, those tapes worked out really good. Well, that's about it for me. So let's do a couple of take-home messages now, and then we'll get out of here, or I'll get out of here. So take-home message number 1. Time to start planning your pathway to your dream goal. Assuming you have a dream goal. If you don't have a dream goal, go make a dream goal and then figure out a path how to get there. Number 2, don't get trapped in an associate position for too long. This is time, if you're there, that's time to learn how the business works and save money like crazy, because you're going to need money when you step out into your own practice. And don't get too comfortable. It's really easy to get comfortable in those positions because they raise your salary. I know, because I had lots of associate doctors. We'd raise their salary just to make it so they can have things, but go for your goal. They're going to try to make it hard for you. Don't do it. Let's see. Message number 3. Believe in yourself. And I think all of us, all your professors down here, we will all agree. You guys have what it takes. You may not believe in yourself, but we believe in you. You have what it takes to build that multiple practice clinic if you want. You just have to have the drive to go get it. And then number 4, find a motivational speaker that resonates with you and listen to those tapes every day. And then last but not least, don't forget about us here at Palmer West. We're your family now. We're your family. Don't be afraid to reach out to us. If you have problems about something, if you're stuck on your pathway goal, give us an email, come in to see us. I'm sure we'd all be thrilled to try to help you down that pathway. Congratulations, guys.
Dr. Gillard for helping to motivate this group of super warriors to shoot for the stars. So aim high for all of you. So it is my honor to now present the 160th graduating class of Palmer College of Chiropractic's West Campus for conferral of the Doctor of Chiropractic degree. Dr. Snow, I believe they're ready for you.
Thank you, Dr. I have to do one little housekeeping thing that I noticed here. Graduates, you all have your tassels on the wrong side. And when we change tassels, I want to change it to the doctor's side. So I'll take your tassels. It's not their fault. I'm sure you will. All right, it's not going to feel right if you turn the wrong way. When we get to that part, okay? Thank you. All right. On recommendation of the Dean, faculty, and graduation committee, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Palmer College of Chiropractic and the State of California, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Chiropractic and all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining therein. Dr. Coy Doe, Palmer West Associate Professor, will read the names of our graduates. Dr. Elizabeth Moose, Palmer West Associate Professor, will turn their hoods. Graduates, as Dr. Doe reads your name, please come up to receive your diploma.
All right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have some fun, huh? All right, guys. I expect loud, proud for these graduates, please, as I read their names. Ready? From Victoria, British Columbia, Canada, Katie Wills. All right, we would like to invite Dr. Michelle Cohen Axelrod to the stage to be a co-presenter for this next graduate, please. From Long Beach, New York, Daniel Ari Axelrod.
Over here, over here.
From Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, Jad Abu Daher. From Trabuco Canyon, California, Reed Bernard. From Rancho Santa Margarita, California, Laura Marie Barnum. From San Leandro, California, Frederick Siwin Chen. From Fitzgerald, Georgia, Ronnie Trunin Davis Jr. From Laverne, California, Tanner Michael Devor. From Eagle, Idaho, Austin J. Diffie. From Cotati, California, Cena Angelina Griffith. From Muir Beach, California, Hillary Thompson Gross. From Yuba City, California, Ravina Han. From Seguin, Texas, Mary Catherine Cat. From San Jose, California, Steve B. Hernandez. From San Jose, California, Yvonne Im Kim Hua. From Daly City, California, Jeremy Javier. From Fort Saskatchewan, Alberta, Canada, Braden Christopher Kosa. From Sacramento, California, Nancy Madrigal Rios.
Good job.
Yeah. From Fremont, California, Lacey Dawn Mendez. From Bend, Oregon, Adrian Nuno. From Daly City, California, Andres Armando Portillo. From Roseville, California, Drake Alexander Price. From San Jose, California, Kayla Jane Pruitt. We would like to invite Dr. Les Shaw to the stage as a co-presenter for this next graduate. From Kauai, Hawaii, Taryn Summer Shaw.
Look over here, Jake.
From San Jose, California, Woon Min Yao. And last, but certainly not least, from Walnut Creek, California, Carol Cisco Yoshiwara. Congratulations, graduates.
Okay, students, please prepare to take your chiropractic oath. Please repeat after me. In accordance with the chiropractic principles of the art, science, and philosophy of chiropractic, and in consequence of my dedication to restoration of the sick to health, I promise and swear to keep to the best of my ability and judgment the following oath. I,
Cena Griffith,
I will adhere to the code of ethics espoused by the chiropractic profession. I will observe and practice professional conduct in relations with my patients, my colleagues, myself, and my profession. Myself and my profession. I will seek to preserve the integrity of my profession and help it to grow in service to the benefit of all humanity. I will serve my patients to the best of my abilities, violating neither their confidence nor their dignity. And in my association with these patients, I shall not violate that which is moral and right. I will provide regimen for the good of my patients according to my ability and my judgment. I will regard and refer
I will regard and refer
to my fellow doctors
to my fellow doctors
with honor and dignity,
with honor and dignity,
giving credit for their dedication
giving credit for their dedication
and commitment to the profession.
and commitment to the profession.
I will continue to improve
I will continue to improve
my knowledge and skill
my knowledge and skill
and be sincere in my resolution
and be sincere in my resolution
to justify the responsibility
to justify the responsibility
which this degree
which this degree
symbolizes and imposes.
symbolizes and imposes.
Will the students of the 160th graduating class of Palmer College of Chiropractic West change tassels?
Please join us in, again, a louder round of applause. Seat. I now adjourn the 160th graduating convocation of the Palmer College of Chiropractic West campus. Audience, please remain seated as the doctors and faculty exit. Following the processional, families and guests of today's graduating class are invited to join us for our commencement reception in the foyer just outside of the theater. On behalf of the administration, faculty, the staff, and the students at Palmer West campus, thank you for attending today's ceremony. And enjoy your evening, enjoy your time, and we thank you, and please take care. All the best.